There we go. There we go. Getting it started. Oh, man. Here we go. Right? And there we go. It looks like the Iron Reavers have an early lead because they hit the entire crew with that Weary Ball. That Cursed Cannonball selection, I try to stay kind of neutral, but someday, we probably on the next Dread Talk, we are going to dissect that Cursed Cannonball selection because I think there were some really interesting things going on there. But let's not get distracted by that just yet because the Iron Reavers have an early lead, very similar, quite frankly, to how the Banana Boys looked pulling out last time, and we know how that ended for them. We've got 3 purple Cursed Cannonballs left here for the Brotatoes, and they are off. And that is a nice looking lead for the Iron Fleet. Neither crew has got wind. I'm fairly certain that they'd be a little better with their sails forward in this situation, but neither crew has taken that angle yet. Oh no, we've got a skeleton ship spawning in on the Iron Reavers, macroed onto them. You hate to see that. You hate to see that, and the Iron Reavers are opening up on this skeleton ship. What a tough turn of luck. The skeleton ships are just brutal to racers. Just brutal, although not as brutal as they are to the camera ship. It is worth mentioning. Mike is agreeing with me strongly. Oh man, this is going to be tough. Now the question is, can they shake this ship before they get to Galleon's grave? Because if they have to drop anchor at Galleon's grave, they're going to be sitting there helpless. Now that is a really nice turn that the skeleton ship is forced to make because of that island. Whoa, how did I didn't know skeleton ships can move that fast? Oh no! And they're taking shots at the Brotatoes as well. The skeleton ship is equal opportunity. Oh, we've got that. Sorry for the mic. Oh no, we've got the ram. And that's throwing the Iron Reavers off. It's going to cut into their lead. It's completely thrown them off course. Look at that. That is terrible luck for the Iron Reavers. They have a lead, but it is getting less and less all the time. The angle is not great right now for cannons. Wow. That skeleton ship has taken a Cursed Cannonball shot at the Brotatoes, but it missed. I don't know. Do we know what Cursed Cannonball that is? We've got incoming fire on the Brotatoes as well. Incoming fire on the Brotatoes. It's just fun to say Brotatoes. It cracks me up. Okay. We were worried about the Iron Reavers and how they're going to compete because they have a cool name. And that's another ram from the skeleton ship. They must be close to going down. Owl, do you think that skeleton ship is second deck? Seems like they've taken a lot of damage. Owl thinks that skeleton ship has still got some fight in it. And that is a shame. We've got Eye of Reach skellies up in the crow's nest wanting to take shots. I don't know if they know we're on camera crew or not. Oh no. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh no, and then a rigging ball to add even more on top. Look at how they've gotten tangled up coming into Galleon's grave. The Iron Reavers are facing the wrong direction with their sails up at this exact moment. You really hate to see that. The anchor is going down for the Brotatoes. We are absolutely still close enough in this race that we're going to see some PvP here. But in terms of what's going to happen next, I don't know. If the Brotatoes can move fast enough, this is a pretty good spot. And there the anchor's going down again, and that's where they're going to leave it. The Iron Reavers are fighting to get back into this race, but they're still tangled up with the skeleton ship. Which you hate to see, but is unfortunately part of the randomness of the Sea of Thieves. It is brutal. And the Iron Reavers have gotten away from that skeleton ship, and it appears to be very low in the water. After all that contact, and it does seem like the collision damage has bumped up since the last update. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but it seems that way. Wow, this is just, hey, blown boats for the Grand Champion Crimson Tide Pirates. Welcome to chat, buddy. Always good to have you. Iron Reavers taking a little bit more fire. Now, the Brotatoes could actually be in a position to take fire right now, and I don't know that they have anyone on their ship. The skeleton ship will, once it's macroed, it'll take shots at anybody. Until we get private servers. I mean, he's not wrong, right? He's not wrong. We've got more shots coming in. That skeleton ship is insisting on continuing to exist, despite the Absot's another waterline hit on the Iron Reavers, who just cannot catch a break right now. But they're still in this. The Brotatoes don't have their snake on board yet, although they are very close, and they are working on... it looks like they've got another cursed cannonball they may unload. And there it is. The Brotatoes have their... Where is it? Is the snake on board? Yes, there it is. The snake is on board. And they are going to be heading out. Now, here's the question. Do they leave an ambush behind to fight against the Iron Reavers? I see 2 on their ship for sure. Is there a third on wheel? Yeah, it looks like they've left 1 behind. Yeah. Well, let me go to Owl. I think Owl can get us the best angle at Galleon's grave. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yep. We've got a big spread between these 2 competitors right now, which actually makes the camera people's job just a little bit more complicated. But let me tell you right now, guys, the Brotatoes are in a really, really strong position. A really strong position. And that's the Isle of Last Words ahead of the Brotatoes. And then we'll go back to Owl, who is at Galleon's grave with the Iron Fleet. They are desperately trying to get their snake aboard so that they can drop their sails as well. It looks like both crews are just going to be short of full billow, depending on the exact angle that they take. You can see the sails there on the Brotatoes. That's actually, this is the sails on the Brotatoes. They don't quite have full billow. And we've got Owl back here with the Iron Reavers. They can't find the snake. Oh. You can just jump in with them if you want. And we've got the Brotatoes. Brotators. Ha! That's great. We've got the Brotatoes playing a little music for their snake. They're coming into the Isle of Last Words with a really, really strong lead. The question is, can they make this transition and the one after before the Iron Reavers can close that gap? And that's a hard anchor turn to make that almost 180-degree turn you have to make to cut back to Skull Keep. And the Brotatoes are headed on board the Isle of Last Words. That is Keitsu, who is at the peak of the Isle of Last Words. Is that a fruit crate down I don't know why I care. What am I talking about? I'm really... Nice. Oh man, the Iron Reavers have just had terrible luck. It looks like the Brotatoes are going to move through this quickly. Although, look at what's happened here. Look at what's happened. The Brotatoes... Oh, that's wrong. The Brotatoes are they had a bit of a swim. They took that turn, so they were facing the right direction, but they weren't able to use their harpoons. Oh, I am going to let them know. Hey guys, just a reminder, you've got to drop the snake at the top of the Isle of Last Words. You got it? Okay, yep, no problem, just a reminder. Alright, yeah, they're good. I think they forgot. Now, they do have a lead. It looks like they've got the anchor just about ready to pull up. And where are the Iron Reavers? They have gotten away from Galleon's grave, and this is the difference right now. We can see them off in the distance. It is not over, but this is going to be really tough for the Iron Reavers to overcome. What would be really helpful right now would be some favorable wind, so they can make up some of this distance while they have a chance. But they've got a crosswind, and it's kind of garbage. I don't think they have billow. Maybe Owl can show us their sails real quick, but I don't think they have billow. And then look at this. The wind is blowing east, southeast, and the Brotatoes have full billow as soon as they raise their anchor. Sorry about that. As soon as they raise their anchor coming out of the Isle of Last Words. That is going to be a huge advantage for them. They're adjusting their course just a bit with the harpoon. That's well done. And those rocks are new, right? This one right here, I think that's new. And we've got the Iron Reavers closing in on the Isle of Last Words as the Brotatoes are leaving. So now we come to this all-important transition at Skull Keep. In case I haven't explained it yet tonight, what you have to do at Skull Keep, your entire crew must touch land, then die from a gunpowder barrel. You head to the ferry. Once your entire crew is on the ferry, then you can respawn to your ship. The idea is to force crews to be separated from their ship for a short time. So you're forced to make a choice. And we've got a skeleton ship on top of the Brotatoes, literally on top of them. And the skeleton ships are equal opportunity offenders. They're hitting them right as they needed to make that transition at the fortress. The Iron Fleet is back in this. The Iron Reavers have a chance. Look, you can see them in the background at the Isle of Last Words, presumably cheering, as this skeleton ship decides that each competitor is gonna get at least one. Look at the Brotatoes are gonna have to circle back now as they're fighting a skeleton ship. They've got to figure out how to separate themselves from their ship and not sink. This is gonna be brutal. Look at the distance between them and the fortress. They've got to turn sharper, but they're trying to not sink from the damage they took. And do they have someone on wheel? Yes, they are turning. I think they're turning as hard as they can with their sails all the way down. They did have full billow, in which case that full billow that they had coming out of the Isle of Last Words ended up being a killer because it made this turning radius so wide as they're trying to get back to the fortress and get on board. That was terrible luck for them. Terrible. And the Iron Reavers are back in it. They are still at the Isle of Last Words, but they are going to be pulling away shortly because I don't think the Brotatoes left anyone behind to fight them. Owl, was there any action back at the Isle of Last Words? Did the Brotatoes leave an ambush behind? They didn't. They didn't. Wow. Okay. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. The Brotatoes were going for moving their ship as quickly as possible, not leaving crewmates behind to fight, and the Iron Reavers have got their sails down. They're leaving the Isle of Last Words and heading for the fortress, and the Brotatoes are here at the fortress, but they're facing the wrong way. They need to do a complete 180 to head back to Kraken's Fall. They're going to try and shoot on board. Are they going to do an anchor turn? Are they going to do an anchor turn? What are they going to... They've still got a skeleton ship on them. Dropping anchor now is really dangerous. We've got incoming fire. Wow, those skeletons are not great. Are they going to hit the fortress? Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Are we going to be able to capture both rams? Oh, there we go. The skeleton ship has hit the Brotatoes. And now... Did we just have a near miss? We're going to watch this on a bit of a delay from Owl's view so that you guys can see. Yeah, we've got instant replay here. Wow. Skeleton ships are back in the Race of Legends, and they're back with a vengeance, you guys. Wow, look at that. Oh no. Oh no. The Iron Fleet are taking damage. The Brotatoes are getting themselves on shore at Skull Keep right now. Oh no. The Iron Fleet is halfway up bottom deck, I'm being told. The Brotatoes have their anchor down, sails down, facing the wrong way at Skull Keep. The Iron Reavers are moving ahead, but their ship might be about to sink. They're either going to respawn in time to bail and not sink, or they're going to sink and lose this race. How fast can they get through the ferry? How fast? I don't see, for whatever reason, no. Oh no. They're about to go second deck, it looks like. Oh no. Oh, the Iron Reavers get back into the lead and then sink because of fire from a skeleton ship that had macroed on to the other competitor. You really never know what's going to happen in the Race of Legends, you guys. You really don't. You hate to see it. The Brotatoes are on the ferry now, I believe. Keitsu, where are you? Keitsu is at Kraken's Fall. All right. Now, it is worth mentioning that the Iron Reavers are going to respawn in a moment, and they are still in the race. Sinking does not disqualify you. And look at it! They're at 3 paces sea post! Is that them? No. That can't be them. They're at Daggertooth? Where is that? Are they at Daggertooth or are they at 3 paces? There's 2. I don't know which of these. Is the Good Babies crew... Okay, so this is the Iron Reavers right here. This is the Brotatoes. Here is Kraken's Fall. So right now, the Iron Reavers are 2.5 squares behind. But there's nobody back on board. Oh no, there they are. There they are. The Brotatoes have respawned back onto their ship. And they've got their sails down. They've got their anchor up. They were able to hide kind of behind the fortress from that skeleton ship that's still lurking out there. Presumably, let's see. Yeah, looking pretty smug. Pretty messed up stuff there. Man, the Iron Reavers fought hard. And it was skeleton ships at the end of the day that ended up making a huge difference. Now, it's hard to imagine a way that the Iron Reavers can get back into this, but I hope they try, because we have an aggressive skeleton ship up here. It's very low in the water, and it may not be much of a threat, but we do have it. And we are headed towards Kraken's Fall. Here's the view from Kraken's Fall. You can see there's still a little bit of distance to cover. Are the Brotatoes going to take some shots? No, they're not. I think that skeleton ship is aggressive, but really slow because of how low it is in the water. We want to make sure we don't get sunk once they transfer out. Yep, we believe that skeleton ship is aggroed onto the Brotatoes, but it's so much slower than they are because of how much water it's got on board. They did what? Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in there. We'll give it a second read. All right. And we have got the Brotatoes closing in on Kraken's fall. The anchor is going down. And that is the anchor drop. We've got the Brotatoes shooting up to Kraken's fall. Oh, we've got some fire coming in here from this skeleton ship. And there it is. That is the beacon lit. And that is the Brotatoes with their very first Race of Legends win. What an absolutely astounding race with lead changes, skeleton ships aggroing to both ships. We still have a skeleton ship aggroed onto the Brotatoes right now. Got some